Born on May 19, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska, Malcolm Little, later known as Malcolm X, was destined to leave a significant mark on American history. As a child, he experienced the harsh realities of a racially divided America. His family endured constant harassment by white supremacists, culminating in the tragic death of his father. When his mother was later institutionalized, Malcolm found himself navigating the challenging world of foster care. These formative years were filled with hardship and struggle, shaping the fiery and passionate advocate Malcolm X was to become. In 1946, Malcolm's life took a significant turn. He was sentenced to prison where he discovered a transformative ideology. Indeed, behind the bars, the young man once known as Malcolm Little found himself exposed to the teachings of the Nation of Islam. This was a pivotal period in his life, a turning point, if you will, a time when the seeds of his radical thoughts were sown. The Nation of Islam's teachings resonated with him, sparking a spiritual and ideological transformation. Malcolm's heart and mind were captured by these teachings, which spoke of self-empowerment and racial pride. In embracing this ideology, he took on a new name, Malcolm X, symbolizing his lost African identity. This conversion marked the beginning of his journey as a prominent figure in the civil rights movement. His fiery speeches and powerful rhetoric would soon captivate the world. In prison, Malcolm X found a new path, one that would lead him to become a powerful voice for civil rights. Following his release from prison, Malcolm X quickly rose through the ranks of the Nation of Islam. His charisma and eloquence were undeniable, and he used these attributes to help the organization flourish. Malcolm was known for his fiery speeches, which were both controversial and compelling. He was a fearless advocate for the rights of African Americans, passionately arguing that they should fight for their rights, even if it meant resorting to violence. One of his most famous quotes, "By any means necessary," perfectly encapsulates his philosophy. Malcolm X's tireless efforts helped to expand the Nation of Islam's membership dramatically, and he became an increasingly prominent figure in the public eye. But with his rising influence came mounting controversy. His radical views and confrontational style stirred up tension, not just within the wider society, but within the Nation of Islam itself. Malcolm X's influence was growing, but so too was controversy and tension within the Nation of Islam. In 1964, Malcolm X broke away from the Nation of Islam, a decision that would lead to a tragic end. On a pilgrimage to Mecca that same year, he embraced Sunni Islam, experiencing a profound transformation. He saw Muslims of all colors worshiping together, a stark contrast to the racial divides he'd witnessed in America. This changed his perspective on race entirely. He once said, "I'm for truth, no matter who tells it." This quote encapsulates his newfound approach towards civil rights, no longer defined by the rigid doctrines of the Nation of Islam, but by a more inclusive, universal understanding of human rights and dignity. However, this shift in his ideology was met with resistance. In 1965, his life was tragically cut short, assassinated before he could see the full fruits of his efforts. Malcolm X's life was tragically cut short, yet his legacy continues to inspire and challenge us. Malcolm X once said, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it today." An enduring beacon of the Black Power movement, his legacy continues to inspire and challenge us. His transformative journey, from a convict to a civil rights icon, underscores the power of redemption and change. His compelling call for racial justice and equality remains as relevant today as it was over half a century ago. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you want more stories of people who have shaped our history and our future.